Your protective styles may be destroying your hair instead of protecting it. Protective styles are meant to protect your hair, reduce breakage, and promote growth. But if you're not doing it right, everything will be wrong with your hair. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I will be telling you the things that you need to stop doing, especially with your protective styles, so that they can actually yield the results that you want them to yield. But before I get right into this video, I'd like you to tell me your best protective style ever. What is that protective style that if they wake you up from sleep today and ask you what is the hairstyle that you want to do now and why, and you would mention that protective style? Tell me in the comment section. Let me know. Everyone has something to offer, and I know that you have something to share. So if you know that there's something that's going to help the girlies with their protective styles that I have not mentioned, do well to mention it in the comment section as well. Let us all learn from each other. Okay, now let's get right into this video. First things first, let's establish the difference between protective styles and low manipulative hairstyles. The issue is that most times people don't know what protective styles are, so they may think that low manipulative hairstyles are actually protective styles. But I'm going to be telling you guys the difference real quick. Protective styles and low manipulative hairstyles are actually more about the length of time you carry it than it is about the hairstyles. For instance, this particular hairstyle that I'm doing at the moment is a hairstyle that I am just going to carry for about a week. And this is a low manipulative hairstyle. But cornrows can be used for long-term protective styles. Why? Because if you make use of extensions or the likes, you can actually carry it for longer. Protective hairstyles include braids, twists, flat twists, cornrows, basically hairstyles that your hair is completely tucked away, that we don't get to see the ends of your hair. They are completely protected, and you see that generally protective styles are carried for longer. They're carried for 4 to 8 weeks. Well, 8 weeks is like the extreme, but 4 to 6 weeks, they are really carried for like a longer period of time, and they cause less breakage, and they are better for length retention and extreme protection of your ends. But for low manipulative hairstyles, these hairstyles are like some certain types of flat twists or buns, or these hairstyles where your hair is just partially folded. We have bantu knots, and you would notice it that with the space of time that it is carried for, it is not carried for as long as protective styles are carried. So with the space of time it is carried for, you would know that is low manipulative because it is supposed to be used in between protective styles. For instance, if I make braids with extensions today and I wear this hairstyle for, let's say, 4 to 6 weeks, let's say 6 weeks, and after 6 weeks I take this protective style down and I wash my hair and take care of it properly, what do you think the next thing I should do is? The next thing to do is to keep your hair in a low manipulative hairstyle and allow your scalp to breathe and recuperate before you go ahead and put in another serious or long-term protective style. This is where the benefits of low manipulative hairstyles comes in. So they work hand in hand, and none of them is bad. But the way you use them and the way you arrange these hairstyles can actually affect the growth of your hair. If you want to do protective hairstyles in quotes for a long period of time and to do them consistently following themselves, maybe you need to help your hair breathe. So I will be mentioning those mistakes that you are making with your protective styles that is destroying your ability to grow long hair and retain it. So let's get right into it. So I would also like to note that it's the same thing for low manipulative hairstyles as well. If you do them more than you do the protective styles, it will still cause an issue for you. So you're going to be doing low manipulative hairstyles consistently. So the next time you walk into a salon and the hairstylist says, if it's not tight, it won't be fine, pack your load and go, because that hairstylist is about to make you bald. Make sure that your hairstyles are not too tight. Be careful and very, very specific about taking care of your scalp. Avoid tight hairstyles because they are not going to help you. If you say beauty is pain, if it's not tight, it will not be fine. If you say all those things, by the time you are going bald, you will know that beauty was pain. but beauty has ended because now you're bald. So make sure that your hairstyles are not too tight, because it is going to lead to long-term scalp issues. It will be beyond your control by the time it gets to the point that you are losing hair from your scalp and having bald spots. So make sure that your hair is not too tight. Speak to your stylist today. Secondly, and you know that I'm coming after you, to the category of people who keep their hair till their kingdom come. Lose that hair today. Take it down today. So many of us carry our hairstyles for way too long, carry them past the time they're actually supposed to be carried for, and that can actually lead to some issues that would cause you not to retain length. If you want to use extension, just know that your hair is going to be dried out in that extension. Or if you are not one to use extensions, your hair is going to mat up, your hair is going to dry up. For instance, let's use twists. When you carry your twist for more than a month, everybody knows that by the time you're taking it down, you're going to lose a great amount of hair. Why? It's not because twist is not a good hairstyle, it's because of the nature of our hair. When kept for too long, will wrap around itself and tangle on itself, and by the time you're taking it down, you will have more breakage than you're supposed to have, or you're not even supposed to have any breakage, or you have so much breakage that you did not retain any length. So what was the use of that protective style? This trend of dirtiness has to stop, because I keep seeing everywhere that people carry their cornrows for 6 weeks, carry their 6 months, carry their cornrows for 8 months, carry their cornrows for 1 year. My dear, if you need to go to a mental hospital, tell us, we would help you. Just blink twice if you need help. We would help you. Cornrows are not supposed to be carried more than 3 weeks. Let's say max a month. Because we all know that by the time it's getting to a month, your cornrows are barely looking presentable. We all know that you need a new one. So carrying your protective styles or your cornrows for over 6 months, saying you're trying to retain length and what, we know who you are. Stop disguising. We know who you are. So that trend is actually a very bad one and needs to stop. We need to know that we should take care of our hair as at when due and not pushing it forward. The next thing I'll be talking about is neglecting your scalp. I know you just had a protective style put in and you probably don't want the hair to look rough from the roots just yet. But that does not mean you should neglect your scalp. The scalp is where the hair grows from, and if the roots is affected, best believe that the shaft would also be affected. So protecting your scalp and taking care of your scalp during your protective styles is very key. For somebody like me who has scalp issues and my scalp gets itchy and flaky within a short period of time, and I've gotten some recommendations of things to use on my scalp to help it feel better and flake less than it does. And the last time that I used cloves, I discovered that there was a difference in my scalp, and that is one of the things I want to continue using so that I can relieve my scalp, or actually plan to see a trichologist soon. By the time I have the money to, I would. So if you know you have long-standing issues, you could actually go visit a trichologist one day and see what the issue is exactly. They would inspect your scalp. They would inspect your scalp, inspect your hair, and find out all the issues that are wrong with it, and you get a diagnosis and you get treatments for it. It's as simple as that. It's just like every other part of your body. If you have extreme issues, go and see a specialist. It's not too much. Just go and see a specialist. Most times you'll be trying to look for natural remedies here and there and they are not working. Go and see a specialist for your progress and joy in the vet. The next thing you need to do is wear your satin bonnet, regardless of the protective style you have on. Oh, my hair is in braids, I don't need any bonnet again. My hair is protected, so I don't need a bonnet. Your hair will break, and it will break before your very eyes. Now, no matter how your protective styles are, you should always still protect your hair with a satin scarf or a satin bonnet. It is very important to protect your hair with a satin scarf or satin bonnet. Try to make sure that that is priority. Thing I want to tell you to do is to moisturize your hair in protective styles. You cannot say your hair is in protective style, so you leave it like that, regardless of the extensions you use. And extensions are even more prone to breakage than or dryness than any other type of protective styles. So make sure that your protective styles are always moisturized. Don't neglect your hair and leave your hair alone because your hair is made or your hair is in protective style, in quotes. Make sure that your hair is constantly always moisturized. The next thing you need to make sure you do is taking down your protective styles with patience. The mistake that most people make is that they just want to like get it over with. It took a long time for that protective style to be installed. Don't expect it to take less time to lose it or take it down. Take your time. Be patient with your hair. Never take down your protective styles dry. These are little things that whether you count them in or you don't count them, they would actually contribute to hair loss and contribute to you losing more hair than you should when you take down your protective styles. So if you want your protective styles to work for you, the takedown process is just as important as the making process. I did a video of how I take down my mini twist, and that video has been really helpful to so many people. So if you're one of them who don't know how to take down your mini twist, that video is up there. You can watch it. So, and if this video has helped you, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, don't forget to comment, don't forget to drop a like. Share it to your family members. Help somebody. That is a sign of love. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.